welcome to the Quinta, and in today's video this is a little bit of a different video. I'd like to raise a little bit of a call to arms. I'm going to put a petition down in the description, and if you could please sign it, it would be so appreciated, because there are plans afoot to literally destroy everything that you can see behind me. Down in the valley there is a lithium mine, and it currently occupies around about 6 hectares. So it's not that big, but it is an open cast mine, and it is of course a little bit of a scar on the landscape. Now this lithium is actually not used for electric cars, it's not used to make batteries, it's used to make ceramics. So clearly there's a big demand for it, because they want to extend this mine up to, from 6 hectares up to 341 hectares. We had devastating wildfires back in 2022, and that destroyed 275,000 hectares of forest. And we have a little association. We're trying to reforest, we're trying to plant trees, and in a previous video you may well have seen that we planted 5,000 saplings. And you know, we're trying to do what we can to help the environment recover, and of course that means a lot of clearing. The issue we have here is those 341 hectares is going to be open cast mine. All these hills that you can see behind me are going to be cut down, and it's just devastating. The river Zezere, this is where it starts, this is its source, and that eventually makes its way to Lisbon and provides water to that great city. So there are so many reasons to oppose this going on, not just natural beauty, not just the fact that this is the portal to the Serra da Estrela National Park, not just that they will cut the transport links and that will deny children the possibility to get to school. There are so many factors, and they are written down in the petition, so you can look at them in more detail. But I'd just like to sort of enumerate some of the things that goes along with this terrible project. The concession was granted a while back, and there were big demonstrations, and it stopped it expanding, and I think we're going to have to be demonstrating again. Obviously the inhabitants of the villages locally are very worried, because it's going to remove a lot of prime agricultural land, it'll destroy Neolithic sites, archaeological sites, and it will totally put an end to tourism in this area. And funnily enough, the Municipal de Guarda, the Guarda Council, is actually currently investing money in this region to try to promote tourism. I suspect that people will come less if the view is just an open cast mine. Metric ton of lithium, you require something like 1.9 million litres of water. This area is quite arid. It receives the least amount of rainfall in Portugal, bar the Algarve, and obviously we rely very much on every single drop. If the water table is degraded, then there will be no agriculture here, and it's going to make life extremely difficult. Now, we're not against the whole idea of mining. We are against the fact that it will not actually create that much employment for an absolutely devastating effect on the environment. So again, please don't go away from this video without clicking the description and clicking the link. Please, please don't let them destroy this absolutely beautiful area. So apart from the water table, the ironic thing is that down in the valley, when the fires came through on the 15th of August 2022, the valley largely escaped, and there are a lot of lovely trees down there, and up on the Quinta we are obviously a little bit denuded of big trees because they were destroyed. The other factor is that a lot of houses and a lot of quintas down in the valley, some of which actually lived in by other people who make YouTube videos, will be subject to compulsory purchase, and that means prime agricultural land is going to be razed. Just to give you an idea, this hill behind me, you can see the pine trees, the standard pine trees. The hill behind that is actually planned to be raised to the level of the valley. We've got beautiful mills. We've got so much going. I can't tell you how sad it is to have to share this news with you. All I can do is to solicit your help. You don't have to live in Portugal to sign the petition. Anyone can. Anyone who cares vaguely about the environment can have their voice heard, and with any luck we will get a moratorium on the further expansion of the mine. It's not only our local village that is going to be cut off, because there are plans afoot to remove all the roads, and that's going to be just crazy. We'll only have one way in and one way out of the village, and you know, that's just going to be so restricting. But also down over here, you can't actually see it, we have another village that's literally going to be totally surrounded by mining activity. We're talking about pollution, we're talking about air, water and other pollution. We're talking about the complete degradation of the whole area. If this was the Lake District, if this was on the border of the Lake District in the UK, there would be an absolute uproar. Cynically, they have published their plans now in August, and that's when most people are on holiday. The local freguesia, the local councils, are actually closed down at the moment, so we can't even solicit their help at this moment. Obviously there are lots and lots of people who are working together to do their very, very best to stop this terrible, terrible expansion. Fingers crossed we do it. Locally we have an awful lot of flora and fauna. We're lucky to have a huge amount of insects, and any of you that drive cars will know that nowadays you don't get, as we did in the past, your windscreen splattered on a long journey. Around here we have such an abundance of wildlife. We have wolves, we have wild boar, we have all sorts of wonderful animals, and that's going to hugely affect the flora and fauna. If they manage to raise all of this, it's going to drastically reduce the area that the wildlife can live in. So this isn't just a human problem, this really is an absolutely catastrophic potential problem for the whole of this interior part of northern Portugal. So that's a little bit of a different video. It's really a call to arms. Please don't go away without signing that petition. Just click down below, it's right there, and from the bottom of my heart, thank you very much. Thank you all of you who are watching, thank you for subscribing, thank you for liking. Please do share this video with anybody that you can think of. Take care, see you next time.